Alright, good morning everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday workout. We have a lower push focus today. So it's going to be on the quads. Hip flexors, the front part of the legs. We got some fun exercises that we're going to do. So let's start warming up. If you haven't yet, do some squats, some movements to get those legs going. We have a circuit today, so you're going to have 8 exercises. We're going to spend 45 seconds on each with a 15-second rest. So, at the top here, number 1, we have goblet squat with knee raise. So you're going to want to be doing this with either a dumbbell or a kettlebell. Just holding it out in front. Make sure your knees are staying behind the toes. Weights on the back of the heels. You're going to come down, just nice and easy, as low as you can. Come up, and then bring one knee up, come down, bring the other knee up. So hit the quads a little bit more. Focus on that. So again, making sure your hips come down nice and low, engaging the glutes, coming back and forth on that one. Then we have mountain climbers. So we're going to be down on the ground, driving the knees up, back and forth. Want to keep the hips down. We want to get range of motion with this. If you want to step them out, that's fine. Or if you have a wall or something, or like a chair that you want to do them on, you can alternate in that way as well, especially right after the goblet squats. It is definitely going to challenge the legs on that one. Following those, we have crunches. So we're going to be down on the ground, crunching up, engaging that core as much as you can, pulling that belly button pulled tight towards the spine, full extension and back. After the crunches, we have rocket launchers. So for these, you're doing a squat with 3 distinct hold points followed by a jump. So you're starting down, we're going 1, 2, 3 all the way down, and then you blast off into the jump. So from the side, make sure you stay behind the toes. 1, hold for half second. 2, hold. 3, hold a little bit more, blast off into the jump. If you're not jumping, you're just coming up, push onto the toes, get nice and high, full extension. Then we have kettlebell toe raise. So for this one, you're going to put your foot in the kettlebell and lift the knee up to shoulder height, nice and controlled, back down and through. And then we're going to switch sides halfway through, getting that full extension up, back and in. So that is our kettlebell toe raise. Then we have stability ball seated press. So you're just going to be doing a shoulder press, seated on the ball. Feet can be together to make it a little more challenging. Coming up and down. So nice and controlled, up and through. You can do it with heavier, lighter weights, whatever you feel like challenges you. Following that, we're doing hot potato lunges. So you can use one of the same dumbbells or a different one if you have. Just going shoulder to shoulder, real wide stance on the legs. You're going to lean all the way to one side, knees staying behind the toes, tossing the weight from shoulder to shoulder, keeping that core tight, getting as much as you can out of each one. So that is our hot potato lunges. And we have Frogger plank jacks. So you're going to be down on the ground. You're going Frogger, coming up, back, 1, 2, 3, up, back, 1, 2, 3. Frogger, you want the toes up by the hands as much as you can. You can step this out too. 1, 2, 3. However you want to do that one. And that is our finish for that part of the workout. So, go ahead and grab your weights. We're going to start with our goblet squat knee raises. Going 45 seconds. So holding the dumbbell. Bringing one knee up at a time. Ready? And begin. We're going to come all the way down. One knee up. Try and keep that balance centered on the other leg. You're going to be nice and controlled as you bring that leg up. Don't just snap it up and down. You want to keep it up. Be in control the whole time. Keeping your weight balanced. Dropping the hips down. Keeping that nice easy breathing. Challenging that pace all the way in. We have 15 seconds left on this. So down and through. Pushing that in, last few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, so we got our mountain climbers now. So down on the ground, driving the legs forward and back. Starting in 45 seconds. Ready? And begin. So driving the knees up, staying nice and low. Try and get that full extension, keeping the hips down. Want to challenge those muscles all the way through. Getting that range of motion on the knees. We want to drive them up nice and strong, getting them up to the shoulders. We're halfway done with these. So keeping that pace up all the way through this whole time. Last 15 seconds. So bringing this all the way home now. Last 10. Drive those legs that whole time. Getting the knees up, however you're doing it. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, we're on crunches now. So we're down on the ground. Coming up. Focusing on that core area between the rib cage and the top of the hips. Starting in 3. Ready? And begin. Coming up. If you want to keep your feet flat, it'll give your legs a little bit of a rest. Since we are going right back into quad work after this. So focus on that core. Keeping that belly button pulled in tight towards the spine. Full range of motion. We're halfway done. So coming all the way through on each one of these. Finishing strong. We got 15 seconds. All the way in. Good. Making the most you can out of each one of these. Last 10 seconds of work. Finishing this off all the way in. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, rocket launchers. So we're doing the 3 distinct hold points, followed by a jump starting in 5. 45 seconds. Ready? And begin. So 1, 2, 3. Jump off. 1, 2, 3. Blast off. Try and land nice and softly. 2, 3. You want to be on the toes. You want you should feel as little jarring and be as quiet as you can with the landing. All the way up, you're halfway done. That's going to help you save the wear and tear in your joints. Put it onto the muscles, which is what we want because then they're working harder instead of our knees. Good, pushing up and through. We got 10 seconds left. 3, all the way up and through. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, we've got our kettlebell toe raise. So we're doing 1 foot for the first half. Switching halfway through. I'm going to start with my left foot because I have a harder time balancing on my right. In 3. Ready? And begin. In general, whenever you're doing one arm or one leg, you usually want to start with your weakest one first. Just because you have a little bit more energy in that first part. And then you know how difficult it is. And switch. Like you wouldn't want to need to say I need to modify for my left leg or something. I want to find that out after I've already done the right leg. Because then you're just making the right one, which is already stronger, even more stronger, even greater disparity of strength between the two. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right. Now we've got our seated press. So we're on the stability ball. Grabbing our weights. Starting in 5, we're going 45 seconds. Ready? And begin. So coming up and through. I'm going to get range of motion. It's a little harder to balance on carpet. So I'm going to keep my feet apart so I don't slide. And when you're using a ball, mine's a little underinflated. You want there to be just a barely noticeable depression when you sit on it like this. So if it's not like that, you're over halfway done. You probably need to inflate it a little bit more. We got 15 seconds left. All the way through to the end. Making the most you can out of each one. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, we've got our hot potato lunges now. So keeping one of the weights, we're coming up. Going side to side. So we want toes pointed forward. Keeping that engaged, starting in 3. Ready? And begin. So back and forth. Keeping that core tight. Finishing each one of these. Making sure knees are staying behind the toes. Push that pace in. All the way through and back. Keeping that neck nice and relaxed. We are halfway done with this. So again, shoulder to shoulder. Keep those muscles working. We got 15 seconds left. So last 10. Finishing strong. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right. Now we're finishing with our wonderful plank jack froggers, or frogger plank jacks. Going 45 seconds. Alternating back and forth. Ready? And begin. So up, out. 1, 2, 3. Come back. 1, 2, 3. Come back. We want to get as high as we can towards the hands. When we come up on the froggers, try and stay nice and light on the toes for this. All the way back. Back and forth. We're over halfway done. So getting as much as you can out of each one of these. Trying to keep the hips down, level with your shoulders. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, get a quick drink. And then we're in round 2. We're going to repeat that all again. So catching your breath. So goblet squat, knee raise first. And on that last one, I'm going to switch to a lighter weight for the hot potato lunges because my shoulders felt it more than I wanted to. Probably could have planned that a little bit better. But we want to make sure the focus stays on the legs because we're going to do upper body again in 2 days. All right, so goblet squat, knee raise. And start in 5 and begin. So coming down, one knee up at a time. Just coming up as high as you can. Making sure it's nice and controlled as you bring that up all the way through. Making the most you can out of each one of these. Good, getting those hips down. Core engaged. We got 15 seconds left. Finishing that off all the way through to the end. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right. So we're done with goblet squat, knee raise. Mountain climbers again. So we're down on the ground. Driving the knees forward. We're going to start in 5. 45 seconds. Ready? And begin. So again, keeping the hips down, driving the knees, keeping those muscles working. Want to get the knees up to the shoulders. Keep those hips down as you drive, getting that whole range of motion. In and through. Halfway done. So moving into that second half. Pushing that pace. Good, under 15 seconds left. So making the most you can. Each one of these, all the way in. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, we're on to crunches, so laying back down. Again, feet flat. Focus on getting that core, midsection, bottom of the rib cage towards the top of the hips. We're starting in 3. Ready? and begin. So coming all the way up, really focus on crunching that through. We want this to be nice and controlled. When you come back down, make sure you keep tension. You can hold your head if you want. And even with your feet on the ground, the further out you move them, the harder it'll be, because it gives you a little bit more room to crunch. Challenges that core. So find that spot. Works for you. We're just over halfway done. So keeping that going all the way through to the end. Good, under 10 seconds now. So finishing this off all the way through to the end, almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, rocket launchers, we're standing up. So you're getting those 3 distinct spots. 1, 2, 3, blast off. So we want to make that count. All right, ready? And begin. So 1, 2, 3, blast off. 2, 3, driving that up and through. 2, 3, making the most you can out of each one. 3, getting that full range of motion. 3. Good, challenging that all the way through and back. Halfway done. So driving that up with the arms. Full range of motion in and back. We got 15 seconds left. So making the most you can out of each one. Making sure knees are staying behind the toes. Finishing that off. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right. So now we've got our toe raise. So we're going to finish killing the quads before we do our seated press. Okay, I'm going to start with my weaker leg in 3, 45, and begin. So 22 on each side. So again, don't let it touch on the way down. You want to keep that tension and the quads stay balanced as much as you can. If you need to, do this next to a chair or a desk, something to hang on to with that one arm. Good, just over halfway done. All the way up and through, and switch. Good, so keep that going. Making sure to get that knee all the way up and through. Finishing off, getting that full extension all the way through to the end. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, so we're grabbing our weights. We're on the stability ball doing the press again. So again, that shoulder width balance. All right, ready? And begin. So just palms facing forward, straight up and down. Trying to keep that nice and controlled. Keeping that neck relaxed. Good. All the way through and back. Making sure to keep that pace up. We're about halfway done now. So moving through towards that finish line. Challenging those muscles that whole time through. Last 15 seconds of work. So make sure you're driving all the way up nice and high. Getting the most you can out of each one of these. Finishing through to the end. And 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, putting the weights down. We're doing our hot potato lunges. So again, I'm going to use a smaller dumbbell just to challenge the legs a little bit more than the arms. You can use no dumbbell on this too if you want. And just focus on the legs, popping back and forth. Ready? And begin. Just because it gets a little bit more of what I'm looking for. Again, I apologize when I put the workout together, I didn't think about the arms for the Frogger plank jack. It still works fine even if your arms are tired, but we want to focus on getting the quads tired today. Because the arms will get their day soon, so don't worry. We're halfway done. We want to make sure there's always rest in between the muscle groups we're working. So keeping that strong, we're going shoulder to shoulder. Good finish, we got 10 seconds left. Make sure those knees are pointed forward. Really leading with your glutes on each one. Finishing that off, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, last one, we've got our Frogger plank jacks. So we're gonna be pushing that up. Last one of the day, staying light on the toes. 45 seconds. Ready? And begin. All the way up. 1, 2, 3. Making sure keep those hips down, and then bringing the toes all the way up towards the hands. 3. Good. Those 3 plank jacks. However you want to do it, if you're stepping it out, as long as you're moving the legs. Halfway done. So bring this all the way through to the end. Getting that full range of motion now. We want to make that count. Under 15 seconds left. So finishing strong. All the way off and in. In 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. All right. You are done. Nice job. So catch your breath. And we'll stretch it out. So start off, pull your arms back. Catch your breath. Let yourself recover. Again, as your breathing returns to normal, we're going to take nice deep breaths, letting the muscles recover. And stretch one leg forward. Just kind of lean back. You can pull your fingers back a little bit if you want. But mostly we're trying to open up so we can get some airflow going. You're stretching this back leg. Just let the shoulders fall back. Bend the knees a little bit to adjust the stretch. Let yourself recover from that one. And we're going to switch. And incidentally, if you didn't know this, you are doing one of the best things to improve your immune system against a airborne respiratory virus like COVID-19 by stressing it out. You increase, basically doing short bursts. We're going to sit down now, reach forward. Short bursts of high intensity exercise is one of the best ways to increase your cardio capacity, which increases your lung capacity. Basically increases your entire respiratory system, which makes you better able to withstand things that limit your respiratory system. So, if you didn't know that, there's another reason to keep working out. So, cross one leg over. Also, if you didn't yet, this after today is going to be one of the best times to do some foam rolling, especially because we did front of the legs. That's one of the best spots to roll, especially because as it gets tight, a lot of times it'll translate to knee pain. And I've had a lot of clients think like, oh, these workouts are hurting my knees, or I have bad knees. Sometimes it is form, so if you haven't yet, go ahead and get on a Zoom workout, or even if you just want to record like a quick video of you doing any of the exercises that you have questions on, send it to me. The main thing is we want knees to be behind the toes. Drop the hips down when we're doing any kind of squat or something like that. We're going to lay down. But then foam rolling, actually while we're stretching, I'll kind of show you just a quick version of that. If you take the foam roller, this spot right here, so between your knee and your hip, you can do all sides of the legs, rolling up and back, switch legs on the stretch that we're doing, pulling it across if you're doing it. Just back and forth like this. I was going a little fast. You want to be nice and controlled, so about that speed. Show you on the leg that's closer to the camera. By keeping that up, just rolling down, and I'm keeping my weight nice and controlled between my other leg and my hands. But that's going to do a lot to loosen those up. Not necessarily as soon as you're done working out, but once you give your body a little bit of time to recover. Let's do the straight up stretch. That's when you're really going to kind of notice a difference. You'll notice that the muscles will get a little sore. Switch legs. So, at night is another good time if you're watching TV or relaxing in some way. Let's roll over, do a stretch back this way. Pulling yourself up, we're stretching through that midsection there. Just nice, deep, easy breaths. Again, if you want more, you're always free to stretch afterwards. Go ahead and comment in the video when you're done. Getting some good consistency on this, so I love seeing that. And if you comment, it does help me out. So I know that people are actually watching. I know people are doing the workouts, most importantly. And I just enjoy seeing you all on there, since I don't see a lot of you at the fitness center anymore. Well, I don't see any of you. So hopefully you got some out of that. Legs should be feeling good. Enjoy the workout, and I'll see you guys next time.